Hey everybody, it's Mike Draper with AWC TV, and today we're going to have somebody very exciting on with us. No stranger to the industry whatsoever, but Jeff Scott with Scott Safety Services or Safety Green Services, and also owns a window cleaning company up in Wisconsin area. Hey Jeff, thanks for being on board with us today. We really appreciate you. I know it's a busy time of season trying to get everything wrapped up, but thank you so much for taking some time and coming on.
My pleasure, Mike. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's great to be on.
Yeah, so you're in Madison, Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, we're based out of Madison, Wisconsin. We operate in Madison, Milwaukee. We get up to Minneapolis, St. Paul. We drop into Chicago here and there, but mostly the northern Midwest.
Yeah. Now, when you say drop, you really mean drop, don't you?
Well, it's not what I meant, but yeah, I guess I
do. Yeah, good. So Jeff does a lot of high-rise window cleaning, and so they are literally doing drops off of buildings and that. So Jeff, how's your season? The winter setting in. I know it's a little chilly here. We're in Illinois, a little south of you, but it's starting to feel a little like winter around here.
Well, it's colder than I want it to be. I picked up that cheap motorcycle a few weeks back, and I haven't been able to get on it, so I want it to be warmer again.
Yeah.
And our season has not winding down whatsoever. We're booked, into late December with no stop. We can't put more work on if we want to. We are putting employees on now, which is nice. We've got some good people that we found with some experience that are really helping us quite a bit. Next year we're going to be in shape to start expanding again, which is always fun. But right now we need to get our season done, and that's going to take us until late December. Snow, cold, whatever happens, we're there for it.
Right. So you're busy all the time as a window cleaner and very active that way. But also you run Safety Green Green Safety Services. Am I saying that right? Which way is it?
Safety Green high-rise rope access training. High-rise rope access RDS training.
Yeah. Safety
Green training. We do documented authorized user training for rope access and RDS services. As of May 17th, as most people know, the laws have changed that anybody working at height has to have documented authorized user training on file. So there's not a lot of people out there doing that, so we're trying to fill that need for the industry the best that we can. We've been doing 1 to 2 training sessions a month. One typically is a private session that we travel around to somebody's shop and do somewhere around the country. And we've been doing sessions in our own shop as well. We built a really nice training facility in our shop. We put a classroom with tables together with a nice display, and we can actually do some rappelling right in our shop off of a platform that we built and I-beam structure above it. It allows us to do a lot of rigging training, a lot of rescue training. We do typically get out to job sites as well. We've got a class actually starting up tomorrow here in Madison. Tomorrow is going to be the classroom day. Friday is a hands-on day. Friday we're going to be going to a building downtown, about a 15-story building, and we're rappelling off of that. So for the newbies, it's pretty exhilarating. For the people with experience, it's old hat. But besides the training, we've been doing some consulting work as well. We've been going into other companies and looking at their safety programs, looking at their training programs, revamping them, streamlining them, making sure that everything's in order, looking at the buildings that they're doing, writing up work plans and safety documentation, helping them get anchor certifications in places where they don't currently have them. And we're also selling compliance document packages where we put together that the whole package is everything you need top to bottom for RDS services. That package is sold on a thumb drive, it's all on a PDF, a writable PDF, so you can put your own information into it very easily. It's set up to take your own company's logos. There's even a video on there that shows you how to place them. It's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, so what you're basically talking about is this thumb drive here that you see. And so let's talk about that just a little bit because I think so many times what gets glossed over and doesn't get brought out, it certainly does encompass fall hazards and fall safety. That's a piece of it. But really, this OSHA standard that we're talking about, 1910, it encompasses a lot of things, and there's several different compliance documents that have to be in place besides just knowing that the document exists and all that. And so I've taken a look at this that you've done, and it's really nicely put together. Any company that everything from a JHA to a written safety plan, the whys, the hows, all that is really done for you. It's really done very, very well. It's what I'm going to call compliance in a box. You could grab it, you could and not necessarily complete compliance, but definitely documented compliance in a box. And tell us about some of the things that are inside of it. What makes it valuable?
Well, there's about 100 hours of time so far put into this thing, and hopefully it is a work in progress. As the industry changes, it can change as well. It's pretty in-depth. I'm just reading through the table of contents here. That's what I keep looking down at.
Yeah.
I've got a job site-specific work plan, a job site-specific written work procedure, emergency contact lists, certification record of daily logbook for employees to sign in and out on every day on the job site. Job hazard analysis for RDS work, which is super complete. And if anybody can think of anything to add to that thing, I would be interested in adding that. Job site procedure written out, how to actually rig a system. OSHA regulations, revision notification of the new laws that are being presented. OSHA CFR 29, the actual walking working surfaces, subpart D, 1910.27. That's what a lot of this document actually adheres to, and it's actually written out in here. Property manager, letter of assurance to contractor. That's a really neat document. Before we're able to put our employees on anchors, we need to have a letter of assurance from the property manager that those anchor points have been designated and they're maintained. And so what we've done here is written a letter for you that you can give to them. All they have to do is fill their information out on it and give it back to you, and you're ready to go. We've also got a certification letter from the contractor to the property manager that says everything that you're bringing on site is up to code and that your people have been trained how to use it. Certification letter, yearly inspection of the anchors by a qualified person. If you've got a qualified person on staff that can do yearly visual anchor inspections, the form is in there for you to fill out and give to your property manager to complete that inspection. Contractor letter of assurance as a property manager with the daily verification of training and work plan understanding. Basically, each employee signs off on this every single day that they have been trained to do the testing. And that training is backed up by your documented user training, which keeps you completely compliant all the way through. There's a daily equipment checklist in here for your employees to fill out every day that they've inspected their gear. Initial rigging inspections by a competent person. So each rigging sequence can be inspected and signed off on before the technicians are using it.
Yeah, stop right there just a minute, Jeff. Just there's a lot of information in there, but there you brought up a great point, and something that I've talked to guys and done some different safety trainings and stuff, and a lot of guys are just oblivious to the fact that you mentioned the employee has to sign off on, and we always kind of train it, when does inspection take place? It's before and after every use and per manufacturer spec. But how do you document that? How do you put that into place? And so this package that we've got here, it actually there's a form in there that allows for that to happen. And again, a lot of this is not it's not that maybe anybody doesn't know that it needs to be done, but it just becomes a mind process of how does all this get systemized? How do I do all this? How do I make sure that I'm compliant? And this does a great job of just kind of laying it out in an orderly fashion. So, yeah, nice job. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to bring up that point that a lot of folks, owners even, you talk to them, I give him a harness. Yeah, but you give him a harness, but is he trained on the harness? Is he trained on the proper fit? Does he know that he's supposed to inspect it before and after, the uses that he would, all these things are complete in this. And a lot of times they're not in the mindset of a business owner.
Part of 1910.27 are the equipment instructions now too, and setting up an inspection plan that has to be in order and maintained. And this allows for that. With the training classes we do, a lot of this is discussed as well. So if you put everything together with the training classes and the compliance document, you really sit in a good position and typically head and shoulders above your competition. And you're right, it's not that other owners can't come up with this or don't know that what's going on. Many just don't know that it exists. And then once they do find out that it exists, to take the time to learn what's there and how to put this into place can be exhausting. We know that as entrepreneurs, we don't have time. That is our most valuable resource. We're just lucky enough to be in a position with the training company that this is what we breathe. So if we're going to do this for ourselves, we're going to do it in a way where it's going to help the industry. Hopefully this is something that gets out there and helps the industry and keeps people safe.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is it. It comes in a stick form, USB drive. Very, very complete. If a person wants to get their hands on one of these, Jeff, how do they do so? How do they get it?
I believe they can get them through Jay Racenstein, and I believe they can get them through American Window Cleaner Magazine. If you want to contact me, I can get them to you as well.
Yeah, very nice. And we're probably going to do a little special to our readers forum, to anybody that wants to grab one right away. That's one of our readers. We'll probably do a little promotion on them as well. But Jeff, as always, you've been around the industry forever. We really appreciate the things that you're doing out there, the safety that you're providing. I know that I get calls a lot of people. Well, how do I want to get into this? How do I get going? How do I get that hands-on training? And I think we've sent a few people your way. But at any rate, I just really appreciate what you do for the industry. We thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. A class starting tomorrow, and I know that's always fun to get all the preparation done and all that stuff. But thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming on, and try to stay warm up there.
Thanks, Mike. It's a pleasure.
All right, Jeff. Well, that's it, guys. Jeff Scott with Safety Service, or Green Safety Services. I still can't say it right. Safety Green Services. Safety Green Services. Yeah. But check out that thumb drive. It really is a complete thing. We'll have a couple things up on our website, as well as on our online stuff as well, for you to be able to take advantage of that and maybe get a small little discount on that as well. So stay tuned for that. We really appreciate Jeff Scott coming on today. I'm Mike, signing off with AWC TV. Stay tuned for our next episode of AWC TV by following us on YouTube, Facebook, or our website, awcmag.com.